Hey everybody, Adam Culbertson here. When you finish this episode, or right now, add another Creative Typo Entertainment podcast into your feed. Here's a promo for one right now. Make sure you go and check it out.
What would you do if I told you that the world is not what it seems?
You're telling me that potato salad is the key to other worlds? Ha! It's not even the best side dish.
And people are not who they appear to be.
I don't know that we can trust Master Douche.
Well, I know for damn sure we can't trust Charles Edward Cheese.
My name's not Mike. Where puns run rampant through the streets.
The Global Adventurers Guild Master Enterprises will not stand for this.
Well, it's gag me for short, so I'm pretty sure they take everything on their knees, don't they?
And it's hard to tell who the real monsters are.
Well, yeah, it's a mimic. But I'm Francis the Lion.
Three heroes.
You have my sword.
You have my kazoo.
Oh god, my hip.
Face off against three villains.
Never again will they enslave me.
We'll make damn sure of that.
I'm Francis the Lion.
We know.
To keep the world of Euphrae from ripping apart.
This damn portal won't close.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
And Tim and Terry from getting even more screwed.
They're totally werewolves.
Yep, they're definitely werewolves.
Holy shit, those guys are werewolves.
Welcome to A Fool's Quest. A Fool's Quest can be found on all major podcasting platforms simply by searching A Fool's Quest.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters. This barrier forms around you and this Tattered King, and your senses are completely shut off from everybody else. Everything goes silent other than you hear the writhing of the wraps of the Tattered King. And just like before in season 1, whenever you couldn't hear what was going on with Julian and Victor, this entire battlefield and everybody involved they all seem to be in their own personal little bubbles with the Tattered King now.
Well, this seems entirely too familiar.
Aleister.
Oh, yes, yes.
You could have had everything you ever wanted. You could have spent the rest of your life comfortable with Evangeline if you had joined me.
Well, who's to say that I can't? I have everything that I need now. And if anything, you're just in my way.
Well, I find you and your companions no longer entertaining. I'm done talking.
Well, I've never found you entertaining, so I suppose it's fair.
I will break your mind and end your pathetic, annoying existence. And his wraps start writhing and circling around him, and he starts mutating into this other form. And your brain chokes as it tries to explain or understand what your eyes are showing it. Just seeing this mass of putrescent, bloated flesh slices into your mind like 1,000 razors. Hastur appears as a massive pile of pus and boil-covered bulbous flesh with the general shape of a head. Dozens, if not hundreds, of boneless limbs extend from around its body, flailing and undulating in a maddening rhythm. Each of these ends in a bloated, milky white eyeball. Countless more eyeballs sprout from the thing's mass. For a brief moment, your body recoils at the horror and retreats a step. When you do, you realize that no matter how many steps you take, Aleister remains right next to you. It lashes out with its tentacle-like limbs. Its maw, ringed with rows and rows of jagged teeth, snaps open and closed with a moist, almost gelatinous slapping noise. At times, the monstrosity grows a second mouth and then a third. You can't stand to study the entity for long.
Yes, I get it. You're not really an moaning person, and I'm not really much the same myself, but you don't have to be so ugly about it.
And then, as you say that, Baby and Virath appear next to you.
Oh, hello, you two. It has been a long time. Yes, it's, I suppose something of an elder god of sorts. Just kind of being a nuisance at this point.
Sure, elder god of sorts. Right. Real cash. I fucking missed you, man.
Well, you know, it kind of surprised me, but I find myself missing you a little bit as well.
Bobby. Okay, well, I mean, we got time to chat, or, I mean, do we gotta do something about this guy?
Ah, yes, and Virath. Of course, I would not forget you.
Virath has already started petting the cat. How much he's missed the cat.
Yeah. It doesn't burn you.
What the hell?
I will say...
No, you don't. Hold on a second. I got something to say. This guy gets to pet you? You know what? Doesn't matter. We can talk about it later, Aleister. Go ahead.
Side note, Virath can understand like every third word the baby says. So he just nods along.
Virath and Baby have this red, like, aura glow around them. And that red aura goes around Aleister as well as y'all are talking. And...
I'll cover you in my love. Cover you in my love. God, I've missed this cat. So much better than my girlfriend's cat. My girlfriend's cat sucks. Its name is Felix. It's fucking awful.
And
I'm so enamored by the cat that I haven't even noticed.
You're not even paying
this
attention.
grotesque monster.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then I turn my attention and I see it and I'm like, oh, that thing. That seems to be a problem. And then I immediately go into like war mode. And I turn to the baby and I'm like, you ready, baby?
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
Are you ready, cat? I wasn't the best at social skills.
So roll a d20 for initiative.
18.
All right.
19.
Aleister's is also 18.
You said 19?
Yes,
or Baby? What's your modifier, Aleister?
+7.
Oh, yeah, you're first.
It's the alert feat. It's really good for stuff like that.
I know Virath's is +2.
Yeah.
Right, y'all ready to fight?
Oh, I'm so ready.
I'm ready.
So, up first is Aleister, and Aleister is going to...
Aleister's that big nasty guy, yeah?
Yeah, Aleister's the big nasty guy. Aleister is going to throw one of those boneless limbs just swing it at Aleister for a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's enough to hit.
All right. And that is going to do 33 necrotic damage.
33 necrotic. So because of the body, then I'm resistant to necrotic.
All right.
Sweet.
So that is 17 damage, I think, then?
Yep.
All right, cool. And,
It doesn't seem very effective then.
Yeah, it doesn't. And Aleister will also react to being hit.
Okay.
And he will fire an Eldritch Blast at Aleister.
Yeah.
Pretty low rolls, but 13, 17, and then 12. I'm sorry.
42. Oh, you got to add more to it.
Well, I mean, it's not really going to matter probably, but actually bump those by 1, so it'd be 14, 18, and then 13.
Okay, so 45.
No, I mean to hits.
The lowest is a 13.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all of them hit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this thing is literally 2 feet from you. Like, it is right up on you. And it's making all these sounds, like, as it's mutating and forming, and it's...
So that's going to be 37 damage.
Haster does not get shoved back by your Eldritch Blast.
Something that doesn't get shoved back by Eldritch Blast?
The first thing in this campaign that is immune to your shove.
No.
I call hacks.
The Eldritch Blast always works.
All right, and it is Baby's turn.
All right. Oh my goodness, I have so many things at my disposal, I don't even know what to do.
Oh, something I do want to mention after that attack, and the aura kind of glows and makes you feel really warm around you, that red glow. And all of your Cardic inspirations, because you're feeling this just wave of comfort and inspiration, all of your Cardic inspirations turn to an ace. And you have a automatic nat 20 for whenever is a good time that you feel like you should use it.
So do I get like a super ace or something?
No, you're already inspired. So I think Aaron got really lucky with the 3.
All right.
I got really excited just now. I got really excited. You know what I'm saying? I already know what I'm going to do. Let's go. Come on. You gave me an ace in the hole? Come on, dude. He just wants to see us unload. Let's go, bro. Come on.
All right. We can do that. Well, then, what do we do? Just give me the order of operations here. Do I, like, role play first, or do I do the attack first, or how should we set it up? Or how am I supposed to set it up?
Whichever order you want to.
You can call out, like, if you wanna say something before you attack, or say something while you're attacking, or something like that. However,
okay,
you
great. Well, in that case, Baby's gonna go for his first special, and he's going to unload his guns on this fool.
Mm-hmm.
So that, hold on, let me put my stuff here. Pulling out the big guns. That's what I'm executing.
All right.
Step aside, Aleister. Let your little frickin' baby boy handle this one.
Something like that.
Yeah, so you pull...
I pull out, baby
describe-
pulls out, from his diaper, the baby pulls out all sorts of weapons as if like an Acme cartoon character. The gun, it starts with simple, it's just like a simple pistol, but from the pistol exposes another pistol and a missile launcher and a freaking cannon and a machine gun and thing, and he pulls them all at the same time, and rockets and missiles and freaking bullets and laser beams go everywhere, and that's what we saw there. That's what we're seeing.
Everything.
At least I hope it does.
Oh, what was your attack roll?
I don't know. What am I supposed to roll?
Oh, a D20 plus your... Well, yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, I got my
D20,
roll was the 19, and my
plus-
modifier is... Where do I find that at?
It's your first thing to hit.
First thing... on the cheat sheet. Plus 10 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. So all of that hit. Roll for damage then.
Oh, sweet. And that does what? So that's D10, 10 plus 10? Is that what I'm seeing?
Is it 2D10? I need to pull it up for you.
Right, I'm just reading off the thing. It says 10D10 plus 10.
Oh, yeah, 10D10. That's right, yeah, 10D10.
55?
55, all right.
Is what the 10D10 is, I guess, plus 10 would be 65.
65, all right.
That's pretty good, like spot on average.
All right, I'll take it.
All right, and that is there anything else you want to do?
Ooh, how much more can I do?
Well, I mean, is there any, just role play, anything?
Oh,
anything
yeah.
else?
Can I witness the reaction of what my you know what I'm saying, like, what did I do here? Did it damage it? Does it seem disturbed by it? You know, I'd like to react off its reaction.
Everything definitely hits it. It's not like the constant mutation of it. It's like healing over those wounds and everything like that. But you definitely hit it and with everything you had.
Dang it, man! What is this frickin' thing made of? What is this frickin' thing anyway at all? Where's all the friends? Where's the guy with the ribbons? The ribbon guy. Where's that guy?
Well, he'd be around here somewhere, just in a different I guess stasis bubble. I'm not really sure what else to call it.
Stasis bubble. Sure.
And as far as what this thing is just a giant headache, really. We just need to get rid of it.
And it's Aleister's turn.
Working on it, pal.
So, I guess first things first, Aleister is going to... I had to think about this a lot to figure out the best way to try and do this. Aleister is going to go ahead and try to cast a moonbeam.
Okay.
And try and put it as much like...
Inside of it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird concept because of the whole like follow you everywhere kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like with maybe a bit of a gap in between like me and the moonbeam.
Okay. All
like
right.
Enough so it covers like what I can see, but only barely.
Okay.
All right. So it's a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 26.
Yeah, that'll pass. Mm-hmm. So that will be 25 rounded down. So it'll be 13 radiant damage.
All right. This big beam of light just comes and it's just sitting inside of Haster's head now. And Haster's about, from your perception, it's like a 15 by 15.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Size.
So yeah, the beam of light is smaller than his frame.
Yeah, so it's just cutting down through the middle of him.
And and I'm also going to use a couple of power points to quicken spell, and I am going to cast Eldritch Blast as a bonus action.
Okay.
Can I react to that bonus action?
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Well, in that case, I'd like for Baby to smash one of his cloning potions on Aleister right as he does that Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
All right.
So in this case, what's up?
No, I just...
No,
go
Baby
ahead.
whips out from his diaper a fizzy bubbling vial of some sort, and he hucks it at Aleister. It's not damaging by any means. It's a very fine glass. It's meant to break on impact. It's okay, buddy. You're safe. And it cracks over him, and sort of like if you ever imagined, like a kaleidoscope. Little Aleisters just start and like geometrically, infinitely wisping out of Aleister as he begins to form his Eldritch Blast.
Hey, buddy! Have some of this!
That's the sound of it cracking on him.
All right. So, however that affects things, the lowest I rolled was a 13.
They all hit then.
Okay.
So the idea is that however many clones are allowed to be by our most gracious and kind dungeon master will amplify that attack. Potentially however much we're allowed to be multiplied.
Okay. So
triples
the
their damage, I
total
think. Target ally
damage
triples
for
their
me is going to come out to 35.
35 total damage.
Yes, from me just playing.
And that triples it.
Which would put it at 105?
You said 30 what?
I said 35.
35. Yeah, 105.
105 damage.
And so all those infinite Aleisters are blasting. Of course, not every single one of them is going to hit, so you end up doing triple the damage.
Yeah.
But what happens to all the clones after that attack?
Well, they all kind of become the same Aleister, and because there's 1,000 Aleister clones, they all become very jealous of each other and fight each other until there's only one left. And, of course, because there can only be one Aleister. So, that's what happened.
Well, yes, and obviously I'm the Aleister that won.
So they all Eldritch blast each other, and the soul Aleister survives.
All right.
That is very strange and disturbing. Although I can't say that it was necessarily unpleasant. Just very strange. I don't know. But in any case, I think I've come to have a better understanding of you and maybe even some sort of respect. And I know that earlier you had expressed some kind of interest in, I think you said, quote, riding me into battle.
What are you saying, Aleister? What are you saying?
I think what I'm saying is, if that would make you happy, then perhaps I'm willing to allow it.
Baby climbs on him. He whips out his pitchfork. He whips out his chain whip and sets it on fire and says,
just for visual, are all of these Aleisters like littered all over the ground dead?
If that sounds fun. I think, they'll disintegrate, I guess, eventually. Okay. But yeah, that's fun. Is that fun? Eventually. Is that fun for everyone?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's fun. And it is Virath's turn.
So Virath has just been kind of like blown away and just like witnessing all this stuff kind of on the sidelines, not really knowing what's exactly going on. But when he sees the multitude of Aleisters that are lying on the ground dead, he's like going over to each and every one of them and like really torn up and really upset at the same time, and just like doesn't know which one to go to next. He's really confused. So confused that he decides to use his Vathala rage on the monster.
All right.
So I want to do my Cardic Inspiration of my Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yep. And I want to go Vathala Rage. And I get 4 hits per turn, and I can attack twice. So does that mean I can get 8 hits on this thing with a potential crit of 53 per punch? It says crit per fist, 53 damage.
The Vathala Rage would just be on one of those attack actions.
Okay, so the other thing.
Both of them.
Okay, cool.
No. The 2 attacks counts if you're shit.
Yeah.
No, because that would take up both of your attack actions because it's not a weapon. Well, it is a weapon attack.
Yeah. So do I get? Yeah, that's what I need to know. Like, do I get 8 punches or do I get 4, and then I can go do Blades of Vengeance or Deep One Axe, something? You know what I mean? Oh. Yeah. I just want to do as much damage as I can.
Let's see. Okay, so this would replace your other attacks.
Vathala Rage.
Because you're gonna sheath your weapons, and this is for 1 turn. You can sheath your weapons and attack with your fist for those four attacks.
Or what I could do is, after doing Vathala Rage, could I pull out my Guardian Shield and still force them to make a Constitution saving throw with a blast? You know what I'm saying? I can go boom, 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 shoom, and then boom, additional damage if possible as my secondary action.
Okay, yeah, and you can use that also as like a defensive thing.
Exactly.
Putting up your shield and putting that out. Yeah.
So
so you got the 4 punches, and the crit would go for 1 of the punches, so you are gonna have to roll the other 3.
That's fine. So I crit. So I have the potential to crit 53 damage per punch. That's sick. So the first punch automatically lands because of the Cardic Inspiration Nat 20. So I'm gonna land at least 53 to start. And with the other 3, I'm doing 2d10s plus 13, right?
You're gonna make 4 attacks, so it's gonna be you're gonna have a plus 10 on your d20 to roll. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll a d10.
No. You're gonna roll your attacks first because you're rolling for those attacks.
To see if it lands or not. Got it.
Yeah. So d20.
So the
plus
first
10
one
for
definitely
each,
hits and gives me 53 damage.
Yes.
All right. Let's see if the other 3 land. All right. Here we go. I don't have the sound effects, but, he, like, pulls out his punches and he's like, huh. And even though they sound minuscule, they're dealing, like, massive amounts of damage. So the first one's 53. Second roll attack. That's a 6.
Plus 10.
Yeah, plus 10. That's 16.
That hits.
All right, cool. So that hits. I gotta roll my d10.
I like that he did it in the character voice. He like he was commenting on them. He's like, boom, that hits. Like,
yeah. Nailed it. Where's my d10? Oh, I got it. Here we go. That's a 1 and a 2. What? Hold on.
Plus 30.
10 plus 20. What? 14 plus 2 plus 15. 14 plus 15 for the second attack.
Okay.
Yeah. 29. 30. I didn't do math. 29 for the second. And then I do a dirty 20 for the third attack.
Okay. That hits.
That hits again. Oh man, I'm going in on this thing. I'm getting so excited.
That's a 4. I thought about cloning this guy, but I'm thinking maybe 1
17 plus 14. 31. for the third, 31. And then 4 plus 10, 14. Does that hit?
Yes, that hits.
Fuck yeah. I mean, frick yeah. PC-13.
Oh, you can cuss.
Frick
Fuck yeah,
man. That's a 3 plus 13. That's 16 and 13. So that's 29 for the last one. So a shit ton of damage for my 4 punches. And then after I'm done, I pull out my guardian shield. Each creature in a 10-foot cone, because he is right next to us, makes a Constitution saving throw. Take 4d6 thunder damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. So do they save my guardian shield attack? Because otherwise I'm doing
What do I have to roll?
4d6.
Oh, I gotta do a con save.
Yeah. I probably did like 1 to 20 to 130 of damage or something. I don't know. A lot.
I rolled a 19, so that would be it would take half. Haster would take half damage.
All right, awesome. So 4d6. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So half of 17. It's like 8, 8.5. And I just go, and it looks like one of those rockin' sock'em robots, you know?
Yeah.
It's like so underwhelming.
You're not doing it fast.
It's such an underwhelming, like if you looked at it, it's such an underwhelming attack, and yet it's so explosive and almost robotic. And then I pull out my guardian shield in like the most robotic way, and it does like a blast on him.
Yeah, you got a 10-foot cone,
right?
Of thunder damage going out. Yeah,
and I'm raging for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
And I'm raging.
No, you. Yeah, well, I mean, you had to rage for the Vathala rage.
I had to rage.
You gotta rage even bigger.
You gotta rage, you know?
Let's fucking rage!
Rage! I've been waiting, God, man, I've been waiting to use that attack. Fuck. I've been waiting to use that one, man. Come on.
Oh,
so
man.
how much is that,
Y'all
like
are-
130 or something?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I'm in my 2x2
got the
booth.
shield.
I need a notebook.
That was like somewhere between 330, 350 damage.
Awesome.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm dumb. I typed in the wrong number. not
Yeah, no,
330,
I would love to do 350 damage, you know? Like, can we do that?
I missed a number while I was.
We can do 350 damage. I'm fine with that.
No. It was 149.
Excellent. I will do that. I'll take that.
That'll do. All right. So it is back to Haster. And as you hit it, it's just like, because you're the only person that's actually like touched it, like so far. And like you feel it like squirming under each fist as you hit it. But
And I'm like, and while I'm doing it, I'm like, I'm like really grossed out by the texture of this thing.
all right. Let's see. We're gonna bust out Haster again. And he is going to... There's going to be a whispering kind of sound coming out of 3 of his mouths. And this is towards Aleister. It sounds kind of like a song you've heard in your past. And give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a spell by any chance?
It is.
All right, you know what? I'm going to do another callback here. I'm going to go ahead and react by casting Counterspell.
Okay.
So I guess first of all, if it's a spell of 5th or lower, it would automatically be countered. And if it's above 5th level, then I would have to roll to potentially counter it.
It is 4th level.
So if it's 4th level, then it would just counter without having to make a check.
Okay, so you started hearing a song that Evangeline would sing or hum while she was working, and it's coming out very creepily sounding, very, very whispery and disturbing. As it starts to creep into your head.
What's it saying, Aleister?
Well, Haster is trying to make a very ill-advised attempt to be able to warp some of the more pleasant of my memories, and I will not allow that.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I just thought it was like a song, but that sounds much more sinister and nasty, so... Anyway, thank you.
And as it starts to creep into your mind, you shut it off, and the song stops coming out of the giant head.
Huzzah.
All right, and it's Baby's turn.
Can I, before I do anything, is there anything I can observe? Is there anything that can tell me feels weak spot? He's got all these freaking eyeballs. Is there something we can that we can glean to target?
Not really. You've never seen anything like this ever in your life. And I mean, you know that eyeballs are usually a weak spot on people.
Sure.
or things, creatures. So you would assume that his eyeballs would be weak. When he does have one eyeball that is in the middle of the mutating, it's the biggest one at the moment.
All right. Well, I don't think Aleister's gonna let me ride me into the heart of it and fling me into it like a human torpedo. So, in that case,
It's not necessarily off the table.
I mean, maybe if it seems like it'll work. I don't know. Does you think that'll work, DM? But
I mean, I'll allow it. Aleister still has his movement speed.
Oh, does
and while this thing, like if y'all have moved at all, like stepping back from it, like every single bit of like leaning or anything that you do, it feels like it never moves. So even if you run towards it, it's never going to move from the distance that it is from you.
So I couldn't, even if he launched me at it, it's probably going to stay where it is.
But you could still hit it because it's 2 feet from you.
Right.
Like it is right on top of you.
Right.
So you're able to hit it.
Right.
But you could be badass and do the charge with Aleister and then leap off and get him.
Okay. I'd like to do that, and then can I call for my backup as to assist? As my attack, basically use Aleister's movement to launch me, and then I can have attack on top of that. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. I'd like to perform that, please, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Aleister will gladly oblige and just run headlong forward.
Okay, Aleister, here's the plan. You're gonna run as fast as you can towards that freaking thing and launch me straight into that center eyeball. What comes next? I don't know, I'll figure it out as we do it, but let's do it! Let's ride!
Okay, well, I hope you know what you're doing, but, here we go. And Aleister will just start running, and I guess after, however long, like, it takes for him to, like, really get up to speed, he'll just put on the brakes, I guess, and let Baby kind of launch off.
Oh, very good. So, yeah. Twing! Baby's flying through the air. Got his pitchfork forward. Got his fiery chain whip. Wakakao. Something like that. And then, so for my attack, though, I'd like to call for my backup. My unholy backup. A little help from Daddy.
Right.
Just let me know how to proceed.
Oh, how do you, here, let me do a dex save, because, I mean, it's going to hit no matter what. But, it succeeds on the, Aleister succeeds on the dex saving throw for it, but, call out what you're doing and then roll, your damage for it.
Cool.
As he's calling out to Daddy, I start singing my song. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife. Just a little,
The perfect tonal music, thank you. Thank you, sir.
And Kratos gets, like, terrified.
So, yes, Baby's flying through the air.
Not
Pitchfork
Kratos,
forward.
the Virath.
Yeah. Sing that song, baby.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your
So as
wife.
that's going on, he's flying through the air.
Everybody out here.
Baby whips out a cell phone from his diaper as well. How does he have a third hand? Doesn't matter. He uses his tail. Okay? Because he's dexterous. Whips it out, calls it up. He needs to call his father. Satan for a super hell blast.
Daddy, I need your help.
Yes, my son. I'm here. Fear not.
babies flying through the air. Satan shows up, bursting forth from hell, charges up his super awesome laser beams, everything that you just heard, and he launches it at the super fucking beast. Fire and brimstone and hellfire rain from the sky as baby charges through the air, pitch forward first, landing on the eye, striking as mighty a blow as possible. Something like that.
That works.
Epic.
I love how you pull out all these fucking epic things, and you're like, something like that.
Wait, I don't know if it's allowed. I try. Please, DM.
Baby's rules. Baby has Looney Tune rules.
All right.
All right. So 10d6.
All right. Yeah.
fire
Now, actually,
damage.
do like the game. All right. So what am I doing here? Let's see here.
That's all the game part.
Cool. So let's see. I need to roll for my pitchfork and chain hits. Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, and the summon.
Okay, the summon. Let's see. It says here, target takes 10d6 fire damage. So let's do that. This is 38.
All right.
That. The little tiny baby pitchfork, I assume we're going with the 2d6. Boop, 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 boop. 7 plus 10 piercing.
Okay.
And chain whip on fire. 13. Oh, that's not that one. Sorry, excuse me, sorry. 13 plus 10 bludgeoning / fire.
All right. So yeah, that all just happened. I can't describe that. I can't describe that any better than what just happened. And whole time, hide your kids, hide your wife. That was perfect.
Sing it out. Sing it out.
He didn't need the assist, but I had to feel valuable somehow.
I like that it almost is like a ritualistic chant.
Yeah.
It's a recall. It's a recall.
Yeah, it reminded you of your dad when he said it. All right, it's Aleister's turn.
He has a better relationship
and
with
baby,
his father,
are you
though.
just hanging there with the pitchfork in the eye?
Okay, sweet.
Or, well, I guess you float. You float. Yeah,
I like
holding
that visual.
pitchfork in there.
Him just holding, swinging from the eye.
All right, Aleister.
Do you ever see that episode of Firefly? Jubal Early, and he's just floating there in space, and he's like, "Well, here I am." And that's the final thing. Anyway, sorry.
All right. So, I think when it comes down to it, Aleister is just going to stick with the things that have worked like his entire career here, and we're just going to do some more Eldritch Blasting.
All right.
One nat 20, and the other lowest is a 21.
They both hit.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
2 hits and a crit. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hits and a crit.
So it's going to be a total of 41 damage. I think that will have to be about it for now.
All right. Yeah, again, doesn't knock back. Baby's hanging there. You can interact with Virath and Baby.
You know, it is interesting how the two of you are, in some ways, somewhat similar, but have very different dynamics with your fathers.
I love my dad.
I'm very jealous of your relationship.
Did you not know your dad? Did you not meet your father? Anyway, is this the time? What are we doing? Can we, anyway, yeah,
No, I met my father, but,
oh my god.
he was turned into an axolotl.
Oh, that's so sad. What's an axolotl?
A salamander. I keep him in a jar.
Oh, is he here with us now?
And Virath, pulls out from his pouch, this little jar that has this, little salamander running around in. I keep him very close to me.
Good-looking little salamander.
Yes, I think in this case, baby, your father was probably a lot more appropriate in this situation.
Yes. I agree. Sorry, I got distracted by that super little salamander.
But I just realized I could theoretically release my father from the glass jar if I wanted to. It's probably a bad idea. It's probably a really bad idea.
No, it sounds like a good idea.
On that, Virath, it's your turn.
Oh my god. I feel like this would then turn into a 3-hour game. Because he'd be very upset. So I'm not gonna do that. Give me let's try one of these friggin' burning vengeance slams. A massive slam attack that causes a destructive explosion. Each creature within 20 feet must take a DC 18 Dex saving throw, taking 6d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. So let's go ahead. Oh, hold on, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know. This is fun. Yeah, let's rock with this Burning Vengeance Slam. So let's pull the shield back and then pull out my blades of vengeance. Let's go ahead and do a burning. Let's go with this Burning Vengeance Slam. Can I use that twice for both attacks or just once? It's a
weapon attack. I'm gonna say you could do
twice.
2 attacks. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, so let's roll to attack. That's a 14. That hits.
Oh no! I rolled the dexterity saving throw.
Would there be any benefit to him slamming in the eye?
Go again.
I said, would there be any benefit to him slamming like the pitchfork further into the eye?
That's a good point.
Oh, I'll say that I have a disadvantage. Then, I get rid of the advantage that he has on saving throws. So that is he fails. So he's going to take full damage. Haster's going to take full damage.
Amazing. So I'm just going to keep with my Vengeance Slam, Burning Vengeance Slam. These like burning blades that are just pushing this pitchfork into the eye further. Mm-hmm. That's 20 for the first attack.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to do it again.
Baby, you're hanging from the pitchfork. Like, what's the... let's get that reaction there.
I was for sure, yeah. As I would say, I'm hanging right there as he's coming up and blasting into it. I'm going to smash a cloning potion right in his freaking face.
Oh, whoa, nice.
Yeah, describe Virath.
Oh, yes. So, yes, he's coming in. He just eats a face full of potion. Remember, it doesn't hurt. It's meant to break. So you just eat a face full of it, and as you do, you start growing like 10,000 arms, like freaking, like one of those dudes with 1,000 arms. You get what I'm saying? And they all coming out in the million swords, and they all just spring out of your back, and 1,000 legs, and 1,000 faces, and they all just start chanting that song that you were chanting, hide your children, hide your wife, and they fucking, as you drive it into the eyeball, and then baby just teleports back down to the ground. And back onto Aleister's back, and just like watches the show, man.
And I still have one more attack.
Yeah, you're right there.
And I'm doing the same thing with all these 1,000 people now. The same Burning Vengeance Slam.
Let's keep it going.
Do I have to roll to attack on this one too, or no?
No, I'll have the.
I mean, you're at disadvantage already, so I'm probably sure I'll hit.
It fails too. So, roll your fire damage again, and I already tripled the first one.
19.
All right, so that was 60 on the first one, 57 on the second one.
And is it because I have all those like clones? Does that increase the attack as well?
Yeah, that's what triples your damage.
Jesus, nice, man. Thank you.
Woohoo!
How does all those arms and heads go away after the attack?
They don't go away. They just stay. They stay for an inadequate, uncomfortable period of time.
Well, I mean,
he's
full of rage,
after the battle.
So like they get super angry and they just start cutting themselves off and then just like wither and die.
Oh God! Oh my God! Yeah, react to that, Virath.
I find it
like
so...
all your arms and heads going nuts and cutting each other off until you're left with just your normal body.
I see a bunch of myself, starting to cut my own self. And I just kind of join in the chaos of like killing my own self. And yet, like, anytime anyone tries to attack me, I always defend it, Like so I don't take any damage, but I end up like slaughtering my own self a million times over.
Yeah, he's just like a tumbleweed on the battlefield, just rolling over himself, cutting off his own limbs.
And I have no remorse. I was very sad for seeing the dead cats, but I have no remorse for seeing the dead person of myself because Virath hates himself so much for what he's done in the past that he is okay with it.
I'm almost picturing this as like some kind of like really hyper crazy version of like Ash in Evil Dead, like fighting against his possessed hand.
Oh my god, the two goofiest characters just like that we've had on as guests are just like this. I'm beyond my expectations. This is awesome.
I mean, it's almost like after I smash the eye of the enemy, I'm like so focused on myself that it's almost to the other teammates. They're like, does he know we're still fighting this other guy? I mean,
Aleister
so
can't really say
consumed and
much. He
just
participated in a battle royale.
Like Aleister's over there, like having an apple or something. You know what I mean? Like it's like when you cut from like super intense to like someone in silence, just like eating a cracker.
Yeah. Time passes by extremely weird in the Dreamlands. Yeah. And this is
like he's like taking a nap.
He's
just like
reason.
waiting. You think he's done yet? No, I give him a couple more.
Oh my god.
Like Haster just patiently waiting, tapping his foot.
Yeah.
While Virath is fighting himself, Haster is going to release this vapor out of his mouths towards Aleister. And it does smell like butt. And give me it smells like just death. That's a con saving throw for Aleister.
So Aleister would like to react and utilize the ability of the body of Tulsha to be able to rewind that move.
Oh, okay.
I got a whole bag of right here.
Yeah. The vapors come in and it just reverses into the mouths of Haster. Like it never happened, but you watched it rewind. Virath is done fighting himself. It happened remarkably fast in his fit of rage. And it is Baby's turn again.
Dang, man. This guy just keeps on coming. And what was that? Oh, yeah, hold on. Maybe talk to Aleister for a moment. Sorry. I'd like to talk to Aleister.
What's up, man? Why does that dude keep targeting you? First he's singing you songs, and then he farts at you, and then you like take his fart and stuff his fart back in him, and what the hell's going on here?
Well, I suppose there is somewhat of a history, and I suppose that as much as Haster is in my way currently, Haster probably thinks that I have been in his way, and, well, that's not exactly not true.
Perfect sense as usual, my friend. I missed you, man. Did I tell you that?
Well, yes, you did. And like I said, I did miss you as well.
Thanks, buddy.
And then he picks up one of the arms that was chopped off and takes a little bite out of it. Just replenishes health and stamina. Cannibalism.
So what do you think we should do, big buddy?
Well, I suppose things have been going fairly well. I suppose if we keep it up, that something is going to give sooner or later.
Yeah, man. Well, what do you say we give old Big Daddy a call again, huh? Dad! Can I have your help one more time?
Fine. But can we wrap this up?
Well, just aim for the eyeball or something.
I aim where I aim. Take it. Leave me alone next time.
So, yeah. Hellfire Blast!
and can I just say, during all of that, for the rock solo, like Virath like becomes the guy in Mad Max on the the truck, who's like playing the guitar, bobbing his head. And you didn't even know Virath could play guitar. Like,
oh man!
And I failed the dexterity saving throw, so he's gonna take the full 10d6 fire damage. Were you playing like your deep one axe like it was a guitar?
Exactly, because that's the next thing I'm going to use, yeah. I'm just also musically talented. Such a strange game.
It's the kind of thing that can happen.
Yeah.
When everybody's just making everything up, things get off the rails sometimes.
I love there are no rules. It's so great. It's so great. It's like, all right, I'm going to do this.
I've got an idea for my next attack if this thing doesn't die soon, though. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I'm going to try.
All right, so Atticus, where did you attack the monster now?
Well, I tried to ask Papa to aim for the eyeball, but it is kind of a radius thing, so I think he just kind of hits where he hits. I'm not sure.
Oh, it hits just dead center. It doesn't hit an eyeball, but it hits a big chunk of meat.
Is this with the pitchfork?
This was the hell blast from Satan.
Oh, it's a blast. Got it. Okay. All right.
I think that pitchfork is embedded inside of the body.
Nice.
At this point,
yeah,
I can't recall it either. It's just like in him.
Oh, you can recall it. Yeah.
Okay. I don't need it just yet, but we'll see.
And that was 10d6 damage. Did you roll it?
36.
All right. You got anything else?
I don't know how much action I got left. I can't do anything unless I can just talk to people. But I'd rather do. I'm more reactive. I'd like to see. Does anything happen? How's that monster doing? Does he look like he's burned? Is he just healing the whole time? Aleister, figure it out.
Yeah, he's just constantly. Your perception of this creature, it never moves other than like its constant mutation and the boneless limbs flailing through the air. But all these hits are hitting it. Like every time you stab into it, every time like everything happens, it hits it like solid hits. You could tell, but it's just like almost unfazed. But it's still getting hit.
Right.
But let's go to Aleister.
Okay. Well, I guess why mess with something that's working? And we'll just do some more Eldritch Blasts.
Right. Keeping it simple.
Keeping it simple.
That's why you had Baby and Virath as backup.
Carried the whole thing.
Yeah, totally. And so the lowest this time is actually a 12.
12 misses.
Ooh. So total is going to be 33. Good rolls that time. And I know you can't really tell, and it doesn't really seem to be reacting at all, but I feel very certain that all of our efforts are actually coming to some fruition. I think, like before, maybe the last time that we actually fought some aspect of Haster, he really likes to put on a show that he is unaffected. We kind of found out he was using illusions to do something of the like last time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Seem like an illusion guy. Seems like this whole thing's been in your head the whole time, man. Am I even real?
I second that.
Well, I'm sure you're real. I have to have this kind of conversation all the time, and yes, I'm certain that you are real.
If you say so, man.
Why, do you think you're not real?
I don't know, I guess I never really thought about it. Am I real? I guess if I think back to the day I was born, I guess I don't really ever remember being born, and then my dad, and then I said something, am I?
You've got baby in a midlife crisis, man.
That's the real existential horror.
Yes.
It was all this.
The existential dread was the questions of if we're real along the way.
All right, Virath.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my Deep One axe for my first attack. So a question. In the same round, can I throw it, recall it, and attack again?
Yep.
Cool. Let's do that. All right, so first, I'll do the Deep One axe. That is 13.
13 hits.
16 plus 15. That's 31. That's slashing and cold damage. I want to attack like that. Then I want to recall it. And I want to do Mists of Dagon.
Okay.
So I create a lingering 20-foot radius of small hazards that inflicts cold damage to all enemies inside. Each creature that starts its turn in that area must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw, taking 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, taking half damage on success. It lasts for 1 minute.
Oh wow, so many small hazards.
I could use each of these features twice. So, yeah.
All right. It's going to take half damage.
Okay.
But yeah, you're going to leave. You're going to be releasing that mist for the next minute.
11. So half of that.
Right.
5.5.
Okay.
Oh, it's a minute, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's just damage over time.
Gotta try new things.
Right.
Where does the mist come from exactly?
Yeah. To explain how the mist comes out, like you can make it up.
Are you sure you want to know where the mists of Dagon come from?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Tell me. Maybe I want to go get some for myself. I love mist.
I mean, part of me wants Kratos to just fart and just that be the mists of Dagon. And the other part, it just he has these runic things on the axes that just emit this from the hilt. There's this power source, there's this energy power source that runs through the trunk and then out through the runic stuff that releases the mist from the blades.
That's really cool. Yeah, so in the 20-foot, it's
we'll
surrounding all of Dag. Yeah.
Cooler. The other one's a little too Shrek, you know what I mean? That's Shrek.
Yeah, so that mist completely goes around all of Haster, and it's constantly I'm guessing it's sharp ice debris throughout it, so it's just constantly
first off it starts
cutting.
as this green mist, then it turns blue and it becomes blades.
Nice.
Sharp glass blades all around you that are constantly moving sporadically.
All right, so this is going to be a killing blow in a way, and then I'll follow it up with something else.
Okay.
So, do you want to say how it's cutting it and everything?
So if you've ever seen Avengers, when they have one of the Avengers Doctor Strange up and all the ice picks around him, kind of thing, that's kind of what it becomes. It starts off as this green, eerie smoke that then becomes this crystal blue, sharp daggers around that are constantly flying around with this misty thing. And it's going through, and some of them are invisible and going through the enemy depending on how they roll. And other ones are just piercing right into it through all different parts of the body.
So this constant barrage of these daggers, plus the beam of light cutting through, it's not seeming to heal anymore of all these cuts. The cuts are happening so often that it's not able to heal fast enough. At the same time, you're feeling this nucleus growing weaker and its presence around you. It's kind of flickering in and out a bit, kind of phasing in and out. And you notice that the bubble around you is starting to crack. This invisible bubble that's around you is starting to crack. And Aleister, well, time stops for Baby and Virath. For Aleister, you start sensing all these people on the battlefield. You've never been able to sense anybody dying other than people that have been in your book so far, but you're sensing people all over the battlefield in their own individual bubbles, people that their names aren't in the book, all starting to die, their life is fading from them. You're also sensing that it's not their time to die, as you're sensing people like Dastrin and Gerbo, Yamnul, Sarah, even. Their life force is fading, and it's not their time. But then you start sensing Julian and Victor growing weaker, and time starts back up, and you feel this power start to surge through you, and you feel like you can stop all of those deaths in one go, and the anger starts welling up inside of you, and you feel like you have to stop everything. So tell me what you're doing, how you're reacting, if you're saying anything to Baby or Virath. You can do that now.
Jeez. Let's see. You know what, Haster? I think that this is going a bit too far now. I mean, this petty squabble between the two of us should not really be affecting everyone else to this extent, and I will not stand for this any longer. This has to stop. And, like, the actual word, like, stop, would actually come with, like, kind of a reverberation, like, throughout the battlefield. And like, I don't know how much liberty you want me to take with this.
I go for it.
Okay. But with the word stop, there will be kind of a reverberation throughout the battlefield, which actually causes all of the various versions of Haster to actually completely freeze up, locked in time, whereas everyone else is able to still function, kind of. I guess to some extent they're kind of lucid, but only in so much as, like, there's some loose awareness, but not really cognizance. And in that time, Aleister is going to actually start making his way through the battlefield from one to the next, just kind of like shooting some Eldritch Blasts here and there, like utilizing his tail at the same time to reach out and grab some of the Hasters and just crush the core. It just kind of wreaking havoc through the battlefield all at once, just to the point where, to an onlooker, it would almost just seem like a bright green flash. Once he's done with all of that, he'll actually return back to where he was with Baby and Virath.
Wow. What was that?
Aleister, I like it when you take charge, my dude. You are something else. I didn't know you had it in you. You're fiery now. I didn't even notice you were on fire until just now, but man, you're on fire today, buddy.
Well, you know, it came to a point where it's just too much, and there was too much at stake, and too many actually rather good people that were in some serious danger, and I just could not really stand for that. I have already lost far too much to be able to lose anymore.
Yeah, I hear you. You get a little mad, you just say, hey man, sometimes a cat's gotta set himself on fire and jump through a bunch of dimensions and shoot a bunch of laser beams out of his tail. And no, I get it. It happens to the best of us, dude.
Well, yes, I'm sure if anyone would understand, the two of you would.
I understand.
He gets it. He gets it.
Yes, and I think perhaps that's maybe why we get along so well, is in a way we are somewhat kindred spirits.
Ah, buddy. He's a handsy
So
fella, isn't
Aleister, do what?
Said he's a handsy fella, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
He just really likes cats, and I can't fault him for that.
Virath starts crying.
So Aleister, as you're petting him, and I'm imagining Baby like patting him on the back, kind of like, good job, buddy. The Aleister starts, the flames that are Aleister start to grow around him, to the point that he starts forming an almost like column of fire, and he starts mutating inside of this fire. You see like this I'm gonna say an abomination of a cat, like moving throughout and like, I guess like what's it called, like a solar flare, like where it like lashes out, like those lashes go out where it's like a tail or like a paw or a head flying by around this column as it's swirling and growing and growing. And Virath and Baby, at the same time, you start feeling like there's some kind of portal that's invisible behind y'all, and you start actually, you feel it pulling on you, and you start breaking down, like disintegrating, kind of, as you're like being pulled into this portal. But you can react as that's happening, and Aleister's growing into this column of fire.
I just go full on Tom Holland and Spider-Man. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Yeah, no, baby's getting sucked in, so...
You look super weird. Why is this happening?
I don't know. I'll just something is happening, and it's just I don't think there's anything that I'll be able to do about it. It's just I think it's just it may be too late.
No, buddy, come on, it's never too late. What can we do?
Excuse me, that one hurt.
And then and then soup, like you fully disintegrate as you're both saying, as baby's struggling, and Virath is saying, "I don't want to go."
I don't want to go. No. Don't take me back. Don't take me back.
I'm gonna say Virath. The last thing that goes on him is his mouth, like saying that.
Just a floating mouth.
And then y'all are gone. And
do I have the ability to leave anything behind before I go? Just a little boop.
Yeah, you can.
Well, if anyone can use it, I do have one last little cloning potion left, and I'd like to just leave it on the ground in case it can help anybody.
Okay. All right. And as you're swirling Aleister, it starts picking up the dead Aleister's and Virath's arms and heads off of the ground, and like starts swirling up into you, as well as that cloning concoction gets
oh no
gets all swirled into you, and the cloning concoction explodes inside of you. And
maybe it was a bad choice.
Oh no.
all of a sudden, these pillars of fire, the infinite kaleidoscope pillars of fire, all like strike down at the same time on all of the barriers around the entire battlefield, as they all shatter, and all the fire consumes into Aleister's vortex after his is broken as well, and he is a giant column of fire now, and we are done.
Hello, Aleister here. Well, it is quite the predicament that I seem to have found myself in. I now have all of the power that I require, but it was perhaps a little more than I had estimated, and it would seem that if I do not contain it, then it may very well destroy everything in the vicinity, and that is probably not a good thing. I mean, there are many that, well, I guess I'll go ahead and just say it. I have started to actually care for, and I would rather not have them destroyed. So, it is up to me, of course, as always, to be able to protect them, and I'm sure that I will do just fine at that. I mean, after all, it is me that we're talking about. I mean, nothing could possibly go wrong with this. But in any case, all music is written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios. You can find links to our podcast as well as other related podcasts at creativetypo.com. You can also find links to all of our social media, our Patreon, and even our Discord if you would like to come and chat with us. But thank you for listening, and I hope you'll join us next time on Microphones and Monsters.